What's going on, everybody? It's Kevin Dini here for Superpower Review, and welcome to the Saturday live stream, What's That Comic Book? What's That Comic Book is a live stream show where I hang out with members from the IG comic community, YouTube comic book community, and we just hang out for an hour, and we take turns pulling comic books from our collections at random and try to give as much information on them as possible. This show is super, super fun. I'm getting continuous feedback on the show on how much people love it, about comic books that they've never seen before, which is share something with me as well. You just never know what you're going to see on the show. And I've had a couple of people too who see a couple of comic books from the live stream and they said I had to pick it up. Like I had to see what this book is all about. So it's been super fun. Absolutely love having this live stream on Saturdays with you guys hanging out. And again, thank you to everybody who's been taking time out of their Saturday coming to hang out and nerding out with us as well. So we have quite the panel today, guys. I think this is the most we've ever had on a live stream. We have 4 guests on the panel today. We have 3 first appearances on Superpower Review, but let's introduce someone that we all know and has been on the channel before. We got my buddy Justin, No Good Comics, on the channel today. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Dude, Kevin, man, I'm doing great. How are you?
Fantastic, buddy. Thank you so much for coming in, man. Been wanting to get you back on the channel on this live stream for a little bit because you do have some fire books, but most importantly, you're a good person.
I appreciate that, man. I'm right back at you, man. I'm excited for tonight. You got a good lineup, some good people in the chat already, so looking forward to this, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. And so let's introduce the rest of the panel. We have Brandon over at ComixKings. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you guys doing? Kevin, thank you so much for bringing me on the show. I'm excited. It's going to be great.
So, Brandon, I just want to let you know first off, okay, this is not a competition, okay? So you can chill on the on the back smack, okay?
Brandon's like, I'm going to win this thing. I'm winning tonight.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? As long as I'm allowed to show my Daredevil, Justin doesn't bring out anything Ravens, I'm okay. I will hide my Steelers stuff.
Let me go find my stuff right now.
Justin, expect a Steelers jersey in the mail for when we win.
That's great.
I know on Comic Gores, man. I mean, I was voting for you, buddy. The last Comic Gores, I was voting for you, dude. Okay, we won't talk about it. I was voting for you, man. But
that's bullshit.
But I got you. I had you back, dude. First appearance here, Brandon, and then we also have 2 more first appearances here on the YouTube channel. We also have Alonzo, aka Comics and Pops from the Nerd Herd. What's up, man?
Alonzo.
Not much. Super excited. I mean, I get to hang out with you, Justin, and Brandon. I mean, this is gonna be awesome. I love it. And these guys they're fantastic. I love these guys.
Yeah, they're good people. They're all good people. Only good people with positive vibes and good collections are invited to the channel.
I like that. I like how you with good collections. I like that.
It's all about the eye candy, you see. And then for our last guest, we have Aznfunk Comics on here. He's taking a selfie. Look at this guy. Look at him. Should we wave? Hey!
Oh yeah. Let me take a photo here. All right, ready, go.
Oh,
perfect.
That's great.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. Super excited. I've been hearing a lot about this show, and I realized that everyone put their name on here except me. So how do I change that?
It's secret. I thought it was secret. I thought it was
keep it on the DL.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
After all this time, okay, to everybody who is watching, okay, I've been following Aznfunk Comics for the longest time, okay, and today I just heard his real name for the first time, and I'm shocked. Okay.
Whoa! He has a real name?
Yeah, dude.
And it's not Asian.
It's not Asian. No.
It's not Asian. And last name Funk.
I wish. That actually sounds pretty cool. But yeah, no, pleasure to be here. Really excited coming at you guys from my mom's house. So shout out to Mrs. Aznfunk.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mama Funk.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mama Funk.
Mama Funk.
All right, before we start rolling, let's say hey to some of the people who are dedicating some of their time to watch us. We got Luis Ramirez in the house. What's up? We got HK Wifey 420. How you doing? Thank you so much for jumping. Yeah. We got Alonzo. We got ComixKings. We got my buddy all the way in Florida, Paul Cook. What's up, man? How you doing? Got Justin in the house. We got my boy DJ Lynx. What's up, man? We got Gabriel Fonseca in the house as well. Guys, thank you so much. And a few people I have never seen in the chat before. We got Something Wong. That was awesome.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, dude. We got also my good friend, the Uncanny Kyle Waka. Thank you so much, man. So again, guys, thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate it. Again, also, if you like something that you see in this video, if you even cracked a small smile on today's video, make sure you smash that like button and also show your support by clicking that subscribe button if you want to see future Superpower reviews. What's that comic book? And also continue it forward by subscribing to my guests' channels as well. You can find links to their channels in this video's description down below. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe. All right, guys, we got 12 people. They're busting to see some comic books. Let's start it off with Justin. Justin, you want to start us off, buddy?
All right, let's do it.
Whip it out, Justin. Come on. Just do it. Get it over with.
We know you want to. Just it's in your hand. It's in your hand.
No, I'm going with. I'm going to go with something a little newer for now, and as we warm up here a little bit. So this is an Aftershock book, and as any of you know that follow me, I'm really big into indies right now, reading a lot of indies and really enjoying them. This is a new issue that just came out a couple weeks ago. It is called Silver City. This is issue number 1. And this is actually the B cover, the 1/15 variant. I was just looking for my A cover earlier, but couldn't find it. This is an awesome, awesome book. I really enjoyed right when I picked it up. Oh, there he is. This book right here kind of takes place in this, basically this chick here on the front, she dies and she winds up in Silver City, which ends up being this like purgatory location for where the dead go. She doesn't quite remember what happens or how she died, but she knows she's with a bunch of other people. They all kind of died together in this one group accident. And so next thing you know, she's being ushered online to go get her ID tag and information to basically enter this city. And she's still like in the disbelief that she's even, died to begin with. But along the way, she meets some people who have already been there for a while, and they kind of explain the details on living here in Silver City and kind of what you can and can't do at the time. And one of the things I wanted to point out about this book was that's really interesting is first they say, whatever, however you died, that's the body that you keep. So whatever shape you're in, like that's what you are. So they were talking about like some of the benefits of like being younger and dying, which I just thought was a really interesting like thought process. That some of these people were like, better looking, they were able to keep their body. But some other points that they pointed out were like, you can party and drink and get drunk, but you will never wake up with a hangover in Silver City. And so there were just a couple other little tiny, things like that along the way that are really interesting. This is just the first issue. Another cool thing about this book, it's written by Olivia Briggs. And a little side note, I'm actually going to be interviewing her in a couple of weeks as one of my my creator origin guests.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, man.
Dang, Justin, go ahead.
Damn, dropping that news for the channel.
Silver City, check it out. It's worth it. Anything Aftershock, check it out. Highly recommend.
Very cool. Nice cover. I would like to go to Silver City someday.
Yeah. It sounds like a great place, man. You can drink up all you want.
Sounds good to me, man.
First, I don't know.
Well, when you do though,
Yeah, right. When I do Silver City, I would dig it. Cool, man. All right, Brandon, you're up next, buddy.
Yo, what's going on, you guys? So I would show off a Daredevil, would show off X-Men. I guarantee you this is the only DC book you're going to see from me today, though. This was a commission piece I got at Awesome Con when they celebrated Batman's 80th anniversary for Detective Comics 1000. And I don't really show this off a whole lot. But I went to the con, I got a blank cover, and it was a mission for me to get some of the artists on there because it was like a big thing. It was the first panel I ever went to at a con. And I got Lee Weeks. He drew that Alfred for free, and it's a pretty good Alfred.
That is pretty good.
And then I got Klaus Janson, who we all know from Dark Knight Returns. He was a famous inker, also doing Daredevil, which is near and dear to my heart. Jimmy Palmiotti drew Harley Quinn, and then I got Tim Sales at the con, and he did Dick Grayson as a younger Robin, which I thought was really great. And then I got Catwoman right over here. Sheena, go away. And then I got Catwoman right over here by Amanda Connor. So I love this piece, and it's a great story. Not only like the drawings, but getting to talk to each of the creators that drew this. And I've had 2 of them on my show. I've had Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor on my show years later. So this was before ComixKings was ever a thing. So I'm really excited to have this in the collection. And it is just like what you love about a con. And just looking at this makes me miss it.
Very cool. Very cool. I really like the... I mean, I'm kind of biased. I like the Klaus Janson remark. Yeah. The Alfred does look really cool, though.
Yeah. It's all cool stuff.
I like that Catwoman, man. I'm a huge Amanda Connor fan, so I love it. That's awesome.
Hell yeah!
Thanks, man. I love this piece. It's something that it's something very personal. So it's like I know no one else has it. So like that's cool.
Yeah, I like the different sketches on the cover. Like you can just keep adding. Like, is it a wraparound? Is it blank on the back too?
So nice. I haven't done anything on the back because they are a little pricey. And Baltimore didn't really have a whole lot of Batman artists that I really want. I want to get like people who've worked on Batman. So eventually I want to get Becky Kalunin, who I've also interviewed, to draw something up here because she was the first female to do work in the Batman main title. So I kind of want to hold that together, keep it there. Neil Adams will draw Poison Ivy just because I know he'll charge me the most and I'll get more money, more bang for my buck.
So Neil Adams, dude, I've got a sketch from Neil Adams on one of my books. So it is a pricey penny, man.
So he'll draw the hardest characters.
Yeah. go. Well, yeah, I don't know. maybe not as much as Neil. I don't know. No, that's really cool though. I would really like to actually have a jam piece in the collection sometime. That I think I should probably get around doing that sometime soon. Maybe get like a really cool Venom jam piece. I would be into that.
Dude, that'd be
symbiotes.
So
there you go.
That'd be so dope.
Cool. All right. Let's go to Alonzo. Alonzo, you're next, man.
Oh, man. All right. So I have just a pile of slabs over here. So, Kevin, since it's your show, why don't you give me a number between 1 and 8?
Ooh.
I'll go with 6.
6. All right. Here we go.
The low grades, they are worth it, though. I mean, they are
okay. This is a good one.
Oh my God.
ASM 194.
It's only a 9.8.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
Jeez. I know. 9.8s are my thing. They're my thing, like 9.8s. So I found this book at a garage sale, actually. And I was very surprised that it was in great condition. And I couldn't help myself. I wanted to get Stanley, and I know Stanley had nothing to do with the book itself, but again, he created Spider-Man, so I had to get it. And the same thing with Marv Wolfman. Like, Marv Wolfman is the man. And I'm a huge Black Cat fan. So I had to get it. And this is kind of one of the first things I did when I heard about CGC. So just running around with the Witness, trying to get that SIG. I mean, it was fun. It was exciting. And got to talk to Marv and also, say hi to Stan, even though what he was doing was just essentially just writing down, head down, move along. But it was still cool.
Yeah. Man, 9.8 in that book. I think that's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that cover being a solid black cover like that.
Yeah,
it's tough. Yeah. Oh my God. I just looked out, to be honest. I really did. Like, who knew in a garage sale that something like this, and 9.8. I'm like, oh my God,
it's insane.
You know what though? Like, even if it was in piss poor shape, I still would have picked it up.
I'm just in shock. That's awesome. I'm like, Alonzo just came out of the bag with that.
I was like, Brandon's freaking out over here. You gotta show him.
No, I'm just like, I'm just waiting for Justin.
That was
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
just wait.
Guys, I sold that book a long time ago. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
And then you bought it back.
Exactly.
I want to bring up for a second too about people getting really lucky at yard sales. So I don't know if you guys watch Pawn Stars, but did you guys ever watch the episode where this girl came in with a Werewolf by Night number 32 and it was slabbed at a 9.8 or was it 9.6? I can't remember now.
Whoa.
But it was crazy, and she talked about on the show that she found this book in a collection that she went to at a yard sale. She bought the whole comic book collection for $15, knew what she had, sent it off to CGC, and they didn't make a deal on the show, but it was definitely pretty crazy to look at.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sure they bought it from her for a ton of money. I'm positive.
No, they didn't make a deal.
Really?
Yeah.
I see. If they don't make a deal, then that's it. They just go their separate ways.
Yeah,
They
didn't
just
make
walk
a
out
deal.
of the store. Looking back at it, they probably would, because
Oh,
But
If anybody watched that, let me know in the chat what grade it was. It could have been a 9.8 as well. But
Was it recent or no?
It was pretty recent. I want to say it was like maybe about a month ago. It was pretty crazy because there's been a few times on Pawn Stars. Like I think even before that, an older woman came in with a Journey into Mystery, the first appearance of Thor, and it was at an 8.5 with white pages, and that sold for so much money.
I love
Wow.
Funk's reaction. He's like, "I'm going to garage sales." He's like, "I don't know." He's like,
One of the things like I miss, like
I don't know
because
what
of
kind of
COVID.
garage sales that these people are going to, but that is not the kind of garage sales we have around here.
It's Vegas,
that
dude.
is-
I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So like you just never know what you're gonna
Yeah.
find, I guess. But I mean, I definitely don't have those sort of yard sales here. I mean, I've been to so many yard sales, and the first question: do you have comics? Do you have comics? And people look at me like three heads like comics. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Aren't you,
Like, okay.
aren't you a man?
Yeah, this is a garage sale. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
But that's what I do. I ask, like, "Oh,
Yeah.
do you guys have any comics?" And then you just move on to the next one.
You only need
They
that
say
one
no.
yes.
Alonzo's like, for my kids, I got a couple
I
of
got-
kids and,
Yeah.
Of course.
My
I got
baby
lucky.
cousin.
Always for the kids.
Yeah, it's for the kids, right? I got lucky once though. I went to one where they actually did have comic books. It was a few years ago. I got really excited, but the whole box was Superman. I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
You got to give it one go through, and you're like, okay.
One of my
You know.
buddies. So one of my buddies had a collection. He just had an old long box, right? And I was going through it because he was like trying to feel me out so he could resell it, right? And I'm going through it, and I'm just like, this book is $1, $1, $1, and I'm holding Spiderman $2.99, $2.98, $2.97, $2.96, from like $2.55 to $3.16, but without 300. And I was like, and I was so happy because he gave it to me for free because I told him everything was $1.
You're such a bad friend.
No. The guy wasn't my friend. The guy was a dick. He was a dick.
Oh, no.
Later found out.
Okay.
It was
He
someone
got-
I used to do
What was his-
karate
what was
with
his
him.
name
And,
It was Asian Funk. No.
Oh,
because I did karate with the guy does not mean it was Asian Funk. Stop. What are you doing, bro? But yeah, that was fun.
Crazy. I just want to do a quick shout out to, and I just saw it. I just saw his name, and I got to find it now. Hold on, bear with me. But I want to give a shout out to Hood Rat Comics from Team Nerd Herd because I initially asked him if he wanted to be on the channel, and we will get him eventually. But he was like, "No, I can't make it that day, but I will totally recommend Alonzo to you." And I was like, "Yeah, cool, man. That was really cool." So I really appreciate you, Hood Rat, for doing that, and we'll definitely get you on the channel at some point, buddy. All right.
Man.
Asian Funk, your turn, man.
oh man. Okay. All
What's
right, all
Mama
right.
got? What's got Mama
So-
got at her house?
So I'm surrounded by books right now, so I need your help. Do you want me to go left, middle, or right?
Right.
Left.
Justin.
Left? Are we going left?
Yeah, let's go
I
left.
guess
Go
you're
left.
Wait, my left.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Am I right?
All right.
On
So
your
it's
left.
On your left. See what I did there? See what you did there. All right. Okay. So So this is
Whoa! What's happening?
Whoa.
So this is one of the. Okay, first off, this is one of the.
I'm going to leave the show now. Thank you.
It's a little early, huh? No.
I mean, it's been like 15 minutes. I think we're all warmed up now.
It's actually been 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Yeah. So so this is one of the lowest graded comics I have in my collection. But because this is Fantastic Four #1, the first appearance and origin of the Fantastic Four, it's also missing a centerfold, which affects story, which is unfortunate. But I would have been an idiot to not grab this from someone on Instagram. They were willing to sell this to me basically through a trade. And I don't know a lot of sellers that do that for like a book like this. And so I basically had to give up like several first appearances for this.
Your life savings.
I mean, yeah, I basically had to give up a lot for this. I am, I don't drink anymore. So, but yeah, I didn't, this was not on my list of books to ever own. It actually was Amazing Spider-Man #1. Like that was a book I was after in any grade. And if you've seen my channel, if you follow my Instagram, I love 0.5 or super low grade books because no one wants them. And generally, those are the only books I can afford that are like Grail books like this. And the nice thing about this is the guy posted this on Instagram, and there was a comment by Alex the Comic Hoarder. You might have heard of him. He actually said that he would have grabbed this book if he already didn't have one. And when I read that comment, I was like, I need to get this book if it's still available. Because it was like having his blessing, because I didn't know this guy on Instagram. I almost never buy any comic books off Instagram. I just, it was someone I've never heard of. And I was like, this could be sketchy, but yeah, it presents really well. Wow. I need to figure out which pages are actually missing. Like I tried to look up online or buy like a facsimile version of Fantastic Four #1, but I can't seem to figure out which centerfold in the original is missing, like which 2 pages. So if anyone out there has an unslabbed Fantastic Four #1, let me know, because I'm curious. I mean, I'm obviously not going to crack this open. And this is a really old slab. You can tell because it's kind of like the glass is really like muddy. Mm-hmm. And of course, I mean, I threw on this like rubber thing around it because I'm paranoid that this case is going to crack.
A slab condom.
I didn't want to say, but
a slab Trojan.
Hey, these things are hard to get on. I'm just gonna let you know right now. But yeah, no, I think this is gonna be with me for as long as I can keep it. But yeah,
very nice.
That's what I've been doing this whole time while I've been taking a break from YouTube. Is just trying to catch up on collecting, reading, and then watching people's videos, because that's something you can't do when you're making your own videos. Like for someone like me who edits their own stuff, that takes time.
Damn.
Oh, you do that too?
Yeah. I don't just give it to someone else to edit. Like I do that stuff myself. So you guys might know a little something about that. Yeah.
Wow, that was some heat here. So that's why I absolutely love this show again, because like you just never know what you're gonna get. We had a guy pull out Amazing Fantasy #15 once, and it's just
nothing to funk.
It's just crazy, dude. It's just nuts. So wow, that's amazing. So, and I totally get what you mean about with this whole, with the low graders. I mean, I picked up my first really low grader this year. It's a Daredevil #1, 1.0. Yeah. The book is absolutely loved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got it for a really good deal. I would never find this book at this price ever again, which is why I picked it up.
Kevin, I will send you a trade.
Actually, it was featured on last week's show, Brandon. I'll literally go get it so you can see it and just, so you can just drool. I would love to see that. I think everybody wants to see that factor of you just kind of drooling.
It's not
I want to see him cry. Do it. Just go get it. Go get it.
Just go get it. But yeah, no, I totally understand what you mean about those low graders, and they make them so affordable. It's just like the same thing with my Hulk 181. Yeah. Like getting that book in a blue label it's especially right now is totally insane. And I had an opportunity where I could have bought it with the green label. That was the only way I could afford one, and I hopped on it.
Yeah. I mean, if this thing was even like purple, I would have cared.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, especially with a huge key like that.
Yeah.
No, I totally get it.
Yep.
Cool. All right. I believe it's my turn now. So
here we go.
I will let people pick if they want to see something in the back issue bin of the Marvel or DC box, or would you like me to go in the box of keys?
Kevin's like, would you like to see Venom or
or Secret Wars #8?
I actually don't have any of my symbiote boxes, but there are symbiotes in the key of boxes. So.
Let's see what your DC stuff looks like. 'Cause I know you're a Marvel guy.
All right. So, would you like a back issue DC or a key DC?
Oh, whoa!
Choices.
I want to see some keys. I love keys.
You want to see some keys? Okay, let's do a key in the DC box. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, speaking of low graders, this one is actually pretty low grade, but it's not slabbed. Here we have the first Silver Age appearance of the Scarecrow. This is a great cover. I really love this cover a lot, and to me personally, I love Scarecrow. He's definitely in my top 5 favorite Batman villains. But this is solely a cover buy for me, in my opinion. The story, as you know, in the Silver Age can be a little campy at times, not taken very seriously. I think this is one of those books. I picked this up at Terrific Con, and I didn't pay too much for this book, and I'm actually kind of happy about it. I spent only $50 on this book. I would say it's maybe about a 3.0, 2.5, maybe. But I mean, it was good for the read. I mean, it's in Mylar. Everything in Mylar. Mylar looks good. It's that Mylar magic that's happening right now. You're like, oh man, that book looks great. But it definitely has some issues with it. It is complete, but it is, like I said, solely a cover buy for me, and a really cool appearance of one of my favorite characters.
Dude, that's so dope. The checker borders.
Yeah, what's up with the checker borders, dude? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but it looks freaking cool.
Yeah. It reminds me of, I think that was like a diner thing, like that checkerboard style. I think that was like popular back then.
Yeah, right. Like a drive-in diner.
Exactly. Yeah. It was like 60s. 50s,
yeah,
60s-ish.
I get it. Like something wrong with Mylar equals beer goggles.
That is 100% true right there.
It was Paul Cook. It was the 60s.
Yeah. Anything can happen in the 60s. Just.
Oh man, Jason Parker Comics just came back from the theater to see Mortal Kombat. I enjoyed it. Please don't roast me. Jason Parker, dude. I don't know what you watched, but I just couldn't stand that movie. So that I didn't get into that one, man. I thought that one was not good at all. But so we got sidetracked for a second. So this is our second round, ladies and gentlemen. If you're still in here, thank you so much. We've got 21 people watching right now, so thank you for that. Don't forget to smash that like button. Again, if you're new here to the channel, if you want to see future content like What's That Comic Book, make sure you click on the subscribe button. And again, don't forget to show your support by going in the video's description and clicking on the subscribe button to these guys. You can find links to the channels in this video's description down below. All right, so round 2 goes to Justin. What do we got?
All right, I'm gonna go with
Caresses like button.
Yeah, Hulk smash the like button.
All right, so this is a fairly early X-Men book.
How early? Ooh.
Not the one you might be thinking about, but
man.
I'm showing
okay.
Yeah.
X-Men 14, first
nice.
appearance of the Sentinels, those beautiful pink and purple robots. So the really special thing about this book, other than the fact that it's X-Men 14, I actually got this as a gift. This was a gift from someone from the community. His name's David. He used to go by Omni Dude I don't know if anybody knows that name. I think it had a couple digits on the back end, but Omni Dude was on Instagram. I knew him for a long time, and he recently like switched off and kind of got out of the community, just focusing on music and other things. It turns out he lives like right down the street from me, and so one day he hit me up and said, "Hey man, I'm trying to clear out my spot." And his name's was Omni Dude. So if you get the hint that he has a ton of omnibus and he's a big omnibus collector. So he didn't have that many single issues, but he did have a few, and he was trying to get rid of them. And I know for a little while he was trying to sell them, and he just hated the process of like trying to like, find the right sellers and negotiate and all that other stuff. So at one point he reached out to me and he said he had a box full of books, and he said, "Hey, you just seem like a really cool guy, and I feel like you would do good things with this stuff. So do you want these books?" Wow. And I was like, I thought he was joking at first. I'm like, "Yeah, good one. Yeah, let me just drive over there." He's like, "All right, cool. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit." And I'm like, and he gave me his address. I'm like, "Oh," and yeah. So this was the biggest book that was in there, but there were a bunch of books, including a few other. It was like X-Men 39, X-Men 16, and then a bunch of like the Venom. What's that Venom variant with him with the gauntlet on, that newer like
variant. I love that, the Clay Crane variant.
Yeah, so he gave me, I mean, I feel like at that time it was like $700 worth of books, and now obviously this book being much bigger than that, but this is definitely just shouting out the community, because it's so cool. I've gotten so many like great, met so many great people, made awesome connections, and have gotten things like this, which is just insane as a gift. The only deal he said was I can't sell anything that I was giving him, or he's like, I assume you wouldn't sell it. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't plan on selling this. So, he actually offered me DC stuff, and I actually turned it down because at that time I wasn't collecting DC. At that time I wasn't. No, I seriously. And I'm like, dude, I'm running out of room. My girlfriend will kill me. I think he literally gave me the first Nightwing. He gave me what was it? Batman #1, issue #1 in a 9.8 by not New 52.
Snyder and Capullo.
Snyder, yeah, 9.8. Like all these different things. I literally turned them down because I wasn't collecting DC at the time. So, anyways,
do you regret it, Justin?
No, I actually helped him later. He actually reached out to me and asked if I could help him sell them, and I helped sell some of them for him on my pages. So, kind of worked out. And I gave him the money, so that was kind of a favor for him giving me all these books. But just a cool story about the community is what I kind of wanted to share.
That's a great way to pay it forward. You know what I mean? Like, you helped me out and get some books. You have books that I'm not particularly interested in, and you need to get rid of them. I'll help you sell them. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now we also have this one, fondle that notification bell.
Getting creative there, something.
Getting very creative. So. I just want to take a really quick second because Justin, while you were showing that book off really, really quick, I did run to go get the Daredevil #1 just for Brandon.
Oh,
for you, buddy. He shot up real quick.
Ready.
He's like, "Wait, what's up?" There you go, dude.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, it's a 1-0.
It's
nice.
a 1-0.
That's not low grade.
Put that guy down.
That's not low grade.
Oh, Funk, shut up. You don't talk when Daredevil #1's on the screen.
There you go. Just for you, Brandon. I ran out real quick just so I could go get it.
Kevin, you're such a good friend. But what could make you even better is we could work something out. And
I don't think so. Bye.
Oh wait. Put me back next to Justin.
You're at the end of the line.
Moving on up. One down, 2 to go.
All right. Speaking of Daredevil #1, it is your turn, Brandon.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys pick this one. I have a few different boxes. I got slabs, I got banger box, I got old Daredevils and X-Men. What do you guys want to see?
Ooh. This is anybody.
I mean, I'm an X-Men guy, so I'm gonna say.
I knew it.
Although I am a Daredevil guy too, so I could say Daredevil.
The banger box is just a bunch of keys.
I like keys. I want to see the banger box.
I'll do banger box.
All right, the banger box. I'm gonna pick from the end.
And to anybody who's watching, if you guys see something or would like to see something, just let us know in the chat, and we can try to show you some.
All right, so I took what Justin said and what you guys said. So it is an X-Men book, and it is the first appearance of one of my favorite mutants, one of the mutants that does not get any love whatsoever. She was now in Krakoa because she's on the Quiet Council. X-Men #49. I bought this for like $40. off a guy on
Wow.
Instagram, and
Nice.
it definitely has like a bunch of like defects at the bottom right there, but the cover presents great. It is the first appearance of Polaris, so I think she's like the most powerful in that family, or she's the potential to be. This book definitely does need a press, but it's like one of those. Is like I saw it at a very good price, and it's something that is underappreciated and I value a lot in my collection. The story is great. Just looking at the art that Steranko did in this book is fantastic. He also did the cover, and Jim Steranko is one of the, maybe not like the best speaker in the community, but he's like one of the better artists from the Silver Age, I think. So I'm very thankful to have this in the collection. The cover looks great. I love Angel.
It's a beautiful cover. Yeah.
So this is one of the few early X-Men books I have.
It presents really well,
Yeah,
Brandon.
it does. It does. You know,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he returns to Baltimore this year, so I can get that nice signature on it. But there you go. There's.
Well, if he ever
Hopefully
comes my
correct.
way, you can send it to me and I can help you with that because I see Steranko pretty often at the cons that I go to. So
Yeah.
he actually might make an appearance to Terrificon because he normally does. He hasn't been listed yet, but I know that's the one Justin's going to, and I'll be going to as well. So if you're interested, I can help you out with that.
Yeah, I would be going to Terrificon, but I'm having another hip surgery the week before, so I'm not going to be going up there. I was already about to, but then news hit. So
I thought you were done with all the surgeries, man.
one more, and then I will be back to normal. So I'm not trying to lighten the mood. So
well, hopefully just one more and you'll be all set. You know, after seeing that cover, actually, I've seen that cover, you know, a good handful of times. I just realized that the pupils of our skulls. Just realized that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that.
Oh wow, did not notice that.
You didn't notice that either?
No.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one then. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's Steranko.
With your Easter eggs.
Still won't take a picture with any of us.
Is that that's the thing, right? He doesn't like taking photos of people? Or?
No,
because he only wants pictures with girls, right?
No, he only takes pictures with pretty women. Like they have to meet his standards. So if you have a girl, right, that could be your way in. But keep in mind, he will judge.
I wondered if that rumor was true. I mean, of course
it's true. I mean, look at him.
Off your girl. So
he'll try to steal your girl. For real, dude.
Yep.
I'll give you a signature, honey. All right. It is Alonzo's turn.
All right, Justin. Pick a number 1 through 7.
5.
4.
Ooh, who's ready?
3.
Alonzo and we coordinated this.
We did.
He's like, I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
You're going to say 5.
This is a good one. It is Harley Quinn.
Ooh.
Sketched by Adam Hughes, signed by Amanda Connor and also Jimmy Palmiotti.
Wow.
Nice.
Very nice.
And oh my God. I'm a huge Harley Quinn fan, just like I am Black Cat and Captain Marvel, and also a couple of others. But this was actually my first sketch at a con. It was at San Diego Comic-Con, and I waited in line for Hughes, and I waited for like an hour just for him to do a sketch. And oh my God, I was just floored. And it's funny, like I waited an hour, but it only took him like 5 seconds to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how can you do this? Like this, something so good in like 5 seconds. I could not believe it. And I was so happy with it. And again, after that, then another con, went and saw Amanda and Jimmy at the Long Beach Comic-Con, and they signed this for me. And it's funny, like instantly they were like, "Oh, that's Adam Hughes," and I'm like, "Yeah, how do you know?" It's like, he's Adam Hughes. So it's that whole con thing about being able to meet your faves and talk to them a little bit, and I mean it's what we're missing. It's what I'm missing. So yeah, again, love this book. It was it was a dream for me.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, something like that would take me a little bit longer.
My only question is, who likes women more, Jim Steranko or Alonzo? Because I'm having a tough time.
It's got to be Jim Steranko. Wait. So it was a 5-minute drawing, but how long was the wait though?
I waited for an hour.
But
it only took him like seriously 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But he does talk, and his wife Allison, they talk to everybody when they get there. So I mean, you're going to wait a while.
Right.
But the sketch, boom, super quick.
Yeah.
He's doing that all day. You know what I mean? That's just what he knows.
He's like looking at you while he's drawing. You're like, who should I be looking at?
Exactly.
It's the lamer frame timing, you know?
Oh yeah, that's right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Rod the Rican, get some real artists on the show. We'll be blown away. It'll actually start turning into a bidding war. We'll be trying to buy the artwork.
That would be really cool, though. That actually would be really cool. Like, I would actually want to see that.
Get Rob Liefeld on and ask him. All right, so for this round, we're drawing a foot, and he's just like there sweating, like
nope.
Nope,
it would take him a day.
It still looks like cable.
It's got pouches on it.
That'd be pretty fun, and it'll still be like $500. And you're like, I don't get it.
I know. Yep.
Captain America with like double D's,
Oh man,
make Steranko do a double take.
I wonder how many times people ask him to draw like a big chested Captain America. I'm very curious how many times he gets asked that. You are
probably at least one person every show he's at.
I would, yeah.
Yep.
And then you're blocked.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, he will.
100%.
Before you get to this table, he's already there. Like, what's your Instagram?
Yeah, right. I'm gonna verify you.
Because if you say anything wrong, I got that block right there.
Yeah, he just did that to Eric Larson like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, he blocked Eric Larson.
Oh my god.
It doesn't even make any sense. Weren't they like image founders? Like they're like buds. I mean, I'm not trying to.
I don't know. I mean, I know there's been some times where like you don't know if it's real or not, but like Todd McFarlane and him kind of like get into some like debacles, and you're like, is this like to like actually like make us like wonder, or is this like fun and games?
God, I have to. This just has. So speaking of artists, I reached out to Bob Layton, just randomly, just saying, hey man, asking for an interview, and he just wrote back, and Bob Layton's getting me on the show.
Oh,
yeah.
Bam!
Yeah, what?
I thought you were gonna be like, and he said no.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Man. Congrats, dude.
Congrats.
No,
See, another one you just hear here.
Hell yeah,
Wow.
man. That's
Well,
awesome.
right, you can cry. You can cry. I'll allow it. That's a big.
Boom!
Man, it's getting hot, huh? Getting hot.
Yeah. I know. If I had abs like Captain America has a big chest, I would take the shirt off. But no, I think it's Funk's turn.
Yes, it is.
Oh, man,
it is.
Okay. All right. You guys want something nice, something naughty, or something?
Come on, naughty.
You want naughty? Is it naughty?
Don't get me demonetized, man.
Kevin's channel gets removed.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. All right.
Oh, whoa! He's sweating.
Okay.
It must be real hot over there.
I had to take it out of the bag, so because I want to show you what it looks like without.
Put pasties on it.
Well, okay. So this is one of my favorite Frank Miller covers of all time.
Oh, I know where we're going.
Okay. And if you see my channel, you know I like his stuff, but I especially love his booty covers.
Oh.
I still can't believe this is a real cover, to be honest. Like, I really cannot believe like DC's like, we'll run with this one. But this is Batman Robin Boy Wonder #5. If you guys haven't read this story, this is basically Frank Miller's retelling of how Batman recruited Robin. It is insane.
Did you offer him a piece of candy from the Batmobile?
There actually was there. I can't remember, but it's like, okay, so like there's like, it's just kind of, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but it's like, imagine Batman like cursing and like laughing, like things he normally doesn't do, he does, and it's just so creepy, but it's like really awesome. But yeah, it's a great read. It's only like 5 issues. It's really short. I actually bought this cover based on the image, and then I was like, I should probably try and read this sometime. And it actually is a really good story.
It's a whole lot of Amazonian right there.
So I would like to hopefully get this signed by him sometime if I can ever afford it. But I want to show you what it looks like with the cutout, because
I was about to say with the microscope.
I've stared at this many a time, but I want to show you. So just in case you guys don't, for those watching who don't know what a window bag is, it's basically cutting out a signature hole in the bag so that whoever you're wanting to sign it signs in that exact area.
I just recently had to do that for the first time for the Frank Miller signing.
That's right. And I really want him to sign right.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's like, I could have had him sign here. I could have had him sign here, but
that doesn't make sense.
That's right. I mean, it's like the smart person would have him sign it here because you want a clear signature. But I think this is the only reasonable spot to get it signed in. So
you got to put that on the badonkadonk.
Yeah, I really wonder if he's had people ask him to sign it there. I'm sure they have.
I'm sure.
I can't be the only one, you know. But yeah. Anyway.
Somebody go on eBay. We got to see if one is already there.
I know. I was like, someone's had to have done this, but no, not yet. So
I'm pretty shocked. Maybe we'll have to look at the census and see if there's like a signed one on the census.
Oh, that's true. I wish they would tell you
where it was signed.
Well, where on the cover? Probably not. But
it's got to be on the butt, on that bum.
Where else? Where else would you have them signed?
Where else? Like I said, any place else would not make sense.
Why even do it? Are you even a Frank Miller fan? Get out of here with that.
All right, we are 46 minutes into the live stream. Wow. I'm going to go again, and then I would like to get another round in. And so what would you guys like to see? Would you guys, should I continue it with DC? Should we do a Marvel?
I want you to do Marvel.
You want me to do Marvel?
Yeah, go to Marvel.
And I'm just going to assume that people want a key.
I mean,
Alonzo's like, yeah.
Alonzo's like, please.
Came for the keys.
All right, so like a good amount of space. Every time I go into this box, a good amount of space is taken up by a Secret Wars 8 or a 300. So it's a good chance that it could be one of those. So let's see. Yep.
You can feel it.
Bam! All right. Ooh, it's a newsstand.
And a newsstand.
It's the newsstand one. So to anybody who is just watching the channel today, if this is your first time here, I absolutely love Venom. This is my all-time favorite comic book right here. And it's one of my favorites that there was a time where I was just absolutely hoarding them, and I still have them to this day. But here is copy number 4 that I purchased. Yes, I know which ones that I bought in order. They are in order. This is my newsstand copy, and I would have to say that this book is maybe in the 8.5 to 9.0 range. I would have to say both all raw copies are in that range, but just my favorite book. First appearance of Venom, first full appearance and origin story of Venom, and I just absolutely love this cover. I mean, not only do we have Venom in this issue, right? But you know how much I love that symbiote suit. I love that black and white, that black and white Spider-Man suit. It's always been my favorite. I've always thought that should have been the original suit. I wish it was the original suit. So seeing these two in the same suit might sound a little bit lame, but I absolutely love it, man. I love seeing Spider-Man in the symbiote suit battling out with Venom. It's just such a great book. I just love this book to death.
Dude, for sure. And are you reading the Chip Zdarsky What If? Spider Shadow.
I've heard about it. I'm not reading it. I haven't picked it up, but maybe it is something that I would definitely give a try digitally.
It is a fantastic book.
Yeah, I read the first issue. I really liked it.
and I don't like what if stories, but this is great. It's great that they're doing it in a mini series. If you ever read a what if comic, which I'm sure everyone here has, instead of like it being like a one-off, screw it, whatever, it's actually like telling a story and it's building a world, and it's great. And you get to see more symbiotes. It's great.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like the only one he has. So do you have like 25?
No, I mean, not that close. Not that many.
He just like pulls it off screen, then grabs it and pulls the same one over. He's like, here's copy number 2 and 3.
You should like wad it. You should like hold out like a deck of cards, like you're playing.
So there was a time where we had the whole show as Symbiote Night, and we just went absolutely crazy at the end, and we were just showing a bunch of bangers. Like we weren't taking turns anymore. It was just like everyone in the chat was just like, "Oh my god, what's happening right now?" And I did bring out all 6 raw ones, and I like was fanning myself with that. All right, so with 50 minutes in, again, I want to try to get one more round. Let's sort of do almost like a lightning round, and so let's go with Justin. And this will be Justin's last round. So, I mean, if I don't see what I'm supposed to be seeing right now, Justin, I'm going to be totally I will dislike the video myself.
Don't do it, Justin. Justin, peer pressure.
Guys,
peer pressure.
This is a really special book. I wish I owned the real thing, but this is a facsimile of X-Men #1.
I got that too, bro.
It's such a great variant.
I'm done, Justin.
I just dislike the video.
I'll give you guys a good one. Here's the 2.5 that I got.
There it is.
Signed by Stan Lee.
Love it.
Yeah, this was definitely a very special book, obviously for several reasons. But for me, if you guys don't know, I won this in a raffle, and that's probably the most like one of the biggest things I've ever won before. So I think altogether I paid $200 to actually win this. Yeah, unsubscribe. So yeah, and this was last year. This was last June that I won this. So pretty nuts that that I have this now, especially with the the prices that it's going to, and the movies aren't even out yet. The mutants aren't even out yet. It's just insane. So yeah, special book, obviously. So there you go, Alonzo. Eat your heart out there, brother. That's the 2.5 for you.
We had an X-Men #1.
Thanks, Justin.
We had an X-Men #1 on the show last week, and someone was saying how like everyone's trying to bang Jean Grey. Like they're all like trying really hard to like compete and like bang Jean Grey.
I love that book, Justin.
I'm going for Polaris. I don't have to disappoint anyone.
Just a quick shout out to my guy Steve over at Burke Family 54 Comics with the $4.99 chat, a super chat, and thank you so much for the congrats. Thank you so much for your support, buddy. We got to get you back on here, man, Steve. So Steve, let me know when you're free on a Saturday, dude, because it's been way too long, and we got to get you on here, man. One of my good dudes on the YouTube comic family. One of my favorite dudes, really. All right, so let's go to Brandon. Brandon, what do you got?
Boom. Okay. This is probably the most meaningful book in my collection. I would show off my first Scott Lang as Ant-Man because of the news that just happened, but I'm gonna go with this.
Yeah.
Here it's a bullseye in a new
yeah.
9.4. One of my buddies who lives in the state next to me or state below in Virginia hooked me up with this book at a very good price. And Daredevil is my favorite hero, and what better book to have than arguably his most notorious villain. This was the first big Daredevil key, right? Usually, like, I don't like to define books based off their price, but the significance of this book and what Bullseye is today is what makes the book the price it is. And just like the read itself is fantastic. Learning about Bullseye, his origin story, later to appear in the Frank Miller run. It is fantastic. And if you're a Daredevil fan, Bullseye is going to be one of your favorite villains. That being said, he is one of mine. And he just never goes away, and that's just really the beauty about him. He's so relentless. He's so crazy. He is like, his mind is almost as crazy as Joker's. I will go that far to say that if you look at how it's going. But I know this is lightning fast, so Boom.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It's cool. No, I really love that book. I recently just picked up a slabbed copy myself this year. I have a funny story about that book. So when I was in Florida last year, I picked up a raw copy really cheap, and the person at the shop was having a sale, and we didn't agree on price. There was a certain price I wanted to pay for the book. I was like, nah, like I think that's too much for me for that book in that condition. And so I told him the price I wanted to pay, and we ended up playing a epic game of rock, paper, scissors, shoots. And I ended up winning.
Nice.
It was insane. He was like, I'll play you rock, paper, scissors. If you win, you get the price you want it. And, you know, if I win, then you pay this price, or you just walk away. I was like, okay, like I can't believe this is happening right now. Let's go, dude. It was like the most, like, I don't know how many rounds we went. We kept picking the same exact thing. I think it was like 10 rounds, dude. Like it was like the more rounds it went, like my heart was just skipping a beat. Like I was like, I gotta win. Like I gotta win. It was just nuts, dude.
That's
crazy.
All right, Alonzo, your turn. Last round.
All right, since this is a lightning round, sorry, Brandon, I would have had to pick you a number. So we're going with this.
Whoa!
Oh man,
This is my Skyline variant by Marcos Martin, and this got me addicted to CGC SIG series.
Mm.
And
hell?
it's 22 SIGs. Whoops, let me turn it this way. Got everybody: Stan Lee, Romita Jr., Dan Slott, Humberto Ramos, Joe Quesada, and the list goes on and on.
Wow.
Just
Joe,
to get them
don't
to this book.
Don't stop! Hell, keep going. Who else?
Oh my God!
God.
And Romita Jr. and just anybody who's had like anything to do, but was one of the big names on here. I wanted to get them to sign this book.
Oh
And
my gosh.
it was so much fun going to all the creators' booths and having them sign this book. And I was very grateful that it still maintained its 9.8 after everybody's like signing them. So I was very happy about it. And I love that Todd McFarlane, I asked him to do it in blue. And he was like, no, I'm an artist. You don't tell an artist what to do.
Oh wow!
And so he signed it in red, and I'm like, "Hey, this is what you want to do." I'm like, "Thank you." But it was one of those funny moments. Like I handed him a blue pen, and he's like, "I'm like, can you sign it in blue?" And he's like, he just looked at it, and he's like, "You know what? You don't tell an artist how to sign a book." And he picked out the red Sharpie and signed it, and I'm like, "Oh my God!"
You don't tell someone how to sign their book. I'll sign this book.
Here we go.
Yep.
Wow.
That's it.
Oh my God, Alonzo,
That's
bro. Just log off, mic drop, and leave. You don't need to see anyone else.
No, you know what? Everybody has so many great books here, and the stories around it. I mean, we all pick books that are meaningful to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just hearing it, and it just I get goosebumps, man, when you guys are telling your stories about it. I love it. This is great.
Yeah, the stories behind the books are very meaningful, and it's on the same level as just as important, like of like what that book is to you, but how you got it. You know what I mean? Like Justin getting that book from that guy with the X-Men. Like it's the cool stories.
Gotta really go about it, but. Like I was saying in our group chat, we're like the NSYNC of the comic book community.
Dude, you're not supposed to tell people that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Nobody here is pulling a Justin Timberlake, though. I mean, if anyone, it would be Kevin. I know he would.
Oh my God.
Oh man. All right, Aznfunk, your last book, dude.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Since I already I blew it in the first round with my big key, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with this little guy here. This is X-Men 35.
Oh, cool.
This is my favorite X-Men cover because it features my two favorite Marvel characters, Spiderman and the X-Men as a group. And when I first started collecting, I was like, okay, I'm never going to be able to find or afford X-Men 1. I'm never going to be able to find or afford an Amazing Spider-Man #1 or an AF-15. So I was like, okay, what book has the both of them on it? And there was a cover, and this was it. And it turns out that this is also based on CGC, the first time Spider-Man meets the X-Men. And it's like, I love this cover. I read this. It's really great. But what's really weird is that it's funny when you read a comic, right? And you start to, like, there's actually a panel where Spider-Man says, like, oh, I'm going to finally meet the X-Men. And then there's an asterisk in the thought bubble, and you read at the bottom, it said, not actually the first time he's met the X-Men. And I was like, what? And so turns out in X-Men 27, Spider-Man actually shows up, not just for a panel or a cameo, in like almost 2 or 3 pages.
Oh, wow.
He runs into Iceman and Beast while they were shopping. And I don't understand why this isn't considered the first time Spider-Man meets the X-Men. You know, like, I think this is one of those like Hulk 181, Hulk 180 scenarios where, like, you know, officially this is the first time they meet, but I think this is actually the first time they meet. But I'm surprised even CGC doesn't acknowledge that, which is weird. Like, they don't even say, like, in the notes, cameo appearance, right? Which is insane because he actually fights them like for a couple pages. So that's not just like a cameo. That's like an appearance.
Someone needs to inform CGC about that.
I haven't told them anything because I don't want to piss them off. But you know, I'm just like, you know, come on, you gotta say something. It even says it in this comic that not the first time. So anyway, still my favorite cover, X-Men cover of all time. But I think this might start to be my second favorite one. Like, I have like a bunch of copies of this, and I might actually start grabbing a bunch of this because this is dirt cheap. Like, nobody is looking at this book. Like, this is like a nothing book. But
I'm heading over to eBay right now. Thank you very much.
Get your copies. Get your copies.
I mean, if you like, you know, the whole Spider-Man and X-Men combination, there's one book that I absolutely really like. It's one of my top favorite reads. I can't remember the number off the top of my head, but it's The Amazing Spider-Man. It's the 25th anniversary cover where he's wearing the black symbiote suit, and he's like a green background. It's got that 25th anniversary border. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In there, J. Jonah Jameson hires the X-Men, or it could be X-Force, to take out Spider-Man, because if Spider-Man has superpowers, then that means he must be a mutant. So he hires them to go fight, and they get into this really cool fight. I would definitely go check that out. It's a really good read.
It's got to be X Factor or something, because the X-Men would never do that they would never be hired to do that. But I don't know. You know, it could have been the 60s, 70s thing, right?
I think it could have been X Factor.
Yeah.
John's Comics with Kids 282. Thank you.
Oh, what's up, John?
Thank you, John. And thank you so much for joining in, John, as well. All right. Very cool books, guys. Absolutely amazing. I'm just gonna go into the key box here, and we'll see what we pull out. All right, so this book is actually very similar to, the story is very similar to Justin's story. I've said this story, yes, X Factor, thank you. I've told this story many times on the channel. So the book is An Amazing Spider-Man number 50. First appearance of Kingpin.
Yes.
Absolutely love this cover. And especially that last panel when he throws his spider suit in the trash. One of the most iconic Spider-Man panels, in my opinion. So if it wasn't for this person, I probably would never have this book in my hands, to be honest, because like I do love this book and I love the cover, but it's just one of those books that's pretty expensive, and you know, especially now. I mean, I can't imagine how much this book's going for right now. But I work for a TV studio. A person who goes into the TV studio who does shows was a huge comic book collector. This guy's comic book collection was insane. He had file cabinets of Silver Age comic books from when he was a kid in college. His collection was just absolutely amazing. Down the road, he was moving out of his house. He was going to move into an apartment. And so he sold all of his comic books. And he was telling me for weeks, like, oh, I've been thinking about selling my comic books. I'm like, dude, don't do it. Like, you know, just take those things with you. I'll help you move them. And he's an older guy. He's like, no, like, I think I'm ready to let go of these things. He had like 2 copies of Daredevil #1 Raw. Like, he just had like Daredevil, Spider-Man, you name it. Amazing Fantasy number 15. He comes in one day and he goes, well, I did it. I sold my comic book collection. I was like, no, like, why? Why would you do it? Like, he goes, I sold everything for $7,500. I was like, dude, I think you got robbed. Like, like you did not, you should have not sold your comic books for that much amount of money. He's like, I had to, I was in a pinch. I had to leave my books right away because I had the apartment. I was supposed to be moved out by this day. And he's like, listen, I know you're a comic book collector. I know you're a huge Spider-Man fan. I sold all my comic books, but I did save one, and I want you to have this one. And I was like, dude, like, what? Like, I had my wallet. I was like, you sure? Like, you sure you don't want anything for this? He's like, no, man. Like, you're a comic book collector. You're a Spider-Man fan. This book is all yours. And I was just like, I couldn't believe it, dude. After his show was done recording, like, I was just at my desk, and I was just like, oh my God, dude, like this book is just crazy.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy.
It looks good even from here. Like it looks super clean.
It is very clean, actually. Yeah. It is, and I've always thought about sending it off to CGC, but I do have my thing for raw books. You know what I mean? As much I do love slabs, I do love my raws a little bit more. And like, so if I think if I were to send this thing out, like I think it would have like a 7.5 chance in my opinion. I did have to get this one pressed and cleaned. So when he gave it to me, you know, I took it out of the bag and whatnot, and there was a heavy amount of pencil on the back cover. Okay. But when I sent it off to my, to the presser, he worked some magic on it, dude. I thought like the pencil was going to be impossible to get off of this book. And I was like, dude, like, I'm not expecting crazy things. Like, just do what you can. If you can't take it off, like, no big deal. I love the book no matter what. And like 5 minutes later, he sends me a picture of this book, just like immaculate. And I'm just like, dude, like, what kind of voodoo black magic did you do this thing? I was just blown away. If you guys want to actually see the before and afters, I did a video called, jaw-dropping pressing cleaning results. You can find it there, but I was just absolutely blown away. So that will be the last book that we will end off.
Nice job, gentlemen.
Nice job, guys. Yeah, absolutely. So with that being said, we're over the hour. I want to thank you guys so much for joining in. This was a fantastic panel. You guys were a great group. A lot of great books were shown. And yet again, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
Right back at you, Kev.
Thank you.
Appreciate you having us on.
Appreciate
and to the people, yeah, no problem, man. And to the people who are watching this, who stood through the whole way, thank you so much again for spending time every Saturday to come nerd out with us. Again, don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. Click on that subscribe button, and again, show your support to the panelists. Click on that video's description, click on those links, and click on that subscribe button as well. I'm Ken Vidini for Superpower Review, and I will see you guys next time.
Peace.